Alright, so I figured I would do an overview of what to expect in Phase 5. Obviously, I don't know a lot about the later projects, know only a little bit about what's going to happen in the earlier projects, but I'll give my thoughts where I have them, and at least you'll know what's happening in this phase. So, now, the films all have release dates. The shows don't. They just have areas of the year that they're coming out. Alright, so let us start with the films. The first one that's coming out February 17th is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And I'm sure by now most of you, if not all of you, have seen trailers for this movie. It basically consists of the entire family being sucked into the quantum realm because Kang needs something from Ant-Man specifically. Because they're hyping up the part about him being a thief. They like to do that for some reason. Not hype up the part about the man's intelligent and an engineer. They want to hype up the part about him being a thief. And use Cassie as the budding genius. So, there's that. And apparently Bill Murray is going to have a role to play in it. Let me see if they mention who he's playing. But yeah, Kang the Conqueror's in this. Let's see. Ooh, Jimmy Woo is gonna be in. Oh yeah, he's Lang's parole officer. Of course he's gonna be in this movie. Let's see if they mention. No, Wikipedia doesn't mention whom he's playing. But we know that Bill Murray is going to be in the movie. He's playing a villain, and Kang is in the movie. So, separate villains, or one villain is going up against another villain. Don't know, but that's what we have for that. This Ant-Man movie I plan on seeing. I didn't see the second one because it seemed to emphasize the jokes. Was really more of a comedic film. And yeah, I'm fine with serious movies having comedic elements because, that's how life goes. Sometimes funny things happen. But yeah, that's why I've generally not been watching the Thor movies, because it's been emphasizing the funny aspects of comics rather than the serious. So yeah, let's see, what do we have next? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, aka James Gunn's swan song to the Marvel Universe, since he's going over to DC. And I highly doubt, even if he wanted to, I think he would have too much time to, he wouldn't have enough time to do any Marvel projects because he's doing DC. So, let's see. I haven't watched any Guardians of the Galaxy because, again, it emphasizes the comedy. It's a comedic franchise, so not interested. Never, didn't even know they existed in the comics until these movies came out. So, yeah. Nothing that ever interested me. Oh, Lord. Okay, and that's coming out May 5th. I don't know if I mentioned Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming out February 17th. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, May 5th. And then after that, James Gunn can devote all his energy to DC. Once he comes out with his Phase 1, I intend to do one of these videos, this type of a video for that as well. Only that may or may not have as much content based on how full the schedule is and how much I actually know about the characters, because apparently he's really into these obscure characters, and so yeah, I might not have even heard of half the characters he's gonna do. I don't know. But anyway, moving on. On July 28th comes out The Marvels, which is, of course, going to star Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, and, oh my God, Kamala Khan. Oh, Lord. So she's the first one of the Phase 4 characters to be featured in Phase 5. So this is going to be interesting. And for those who've watched Kamala's series, Miss Marvel, you'll know that it ended with her and Carol doing a switcheroo. Now, I wasn't sure at first because in the comics she does have shape-shifting abilities, but I've been assured that it was a switcheroo and that Carol, wherever she was, is now in Kamala's bedroom and Kamala is wherever Carol was. So I assume somewhere in Kree Skrull space? I don't know. We'll find out. So, and it should be interesting because Carol and Monica I don't know if I should say they don't get along, because it's possible Carol wants to, and Monica's just like, yeah, I want nothing to do with her. So that'll be an interesting dynamic. Let me see if we're going to have Nick Fury or Talos in here. Yep, Nick Fury is going to appear. Yeah, he's the only one who's listed from Carol's past. Looks like Kamala's parents are going to be in the show, which makes sense. And her brother. So her family's going to be in the show, which makes sense because I'm sure they're wondering where the hell their daughter is and why is this strange woman in their daughter's bedroom. And Amir is probably the only one who will actually know who Carol is. Because it's entirely possible, as much of a fangirl as Kamala is, she probably doesn't bother telling her parents shit because she just assumes they're old, they don't know things. Like not knowing what AvengerCon was. So it's entirely possible, even if she told them, they would have no clue. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, good. Goose is back. I wonder if he's going to attack Nick Fury again, which, to be honest, they never explained why all of a sudden he attacked Nick Fury. I assume that it's just like a normal cat. Yes, I know it's not a cat, but like a cat that it'll be fine with you petting it and giving it scratches and whatever until you hit its kill switch, and then it'll attack you out of nowhere. So maybe it was just that. Anyway, next up we have, coming out May 3rd, Captain America New World Order. Now, I know nothing about this. I think I've heard things like Thaddeus Ross is going to be the president, which, okay, that's why they cast Harrison Ford, because for some reason he's been typecast as a president. I don't know why. I mean, he's been Indiana Jones, he's been Han Solo. We need a president. Let's get Harrison Ford. Oh, okay. So, let's see if I can find any more information about this movie. Let's see. Okay, so the filming hasn't even begun on the on that movie because it comes out in 2024. Yeah. When I said May 3rd, it's 2024. I should have paid attention to the year. So, Joaquin Torres is going to be back as Falcon, so that'll be fun. And Isaiah Bradley's going to be back. And the leader is going to be there. So, obviously, he's going to be the bad guy. Harrison Ford, like I said, is going to be Thaddeus Ross. And I heard that he's going to be the president. So whether he's going to already be president or he's going to become president at some point in this movie. Let's see here. So yeah, that's going to be the first movie of 2024. Then on July 26, 2024, comes out The Thunderbolts. Let's see if there's anything about this. Since Captain America hasn't started filming, I assume this hasn't started filming either. We already know who is in the Thunderbolts. Well, most of them anyway. We know that Bucky is going to be there. We know that Yelena Belova is going to be there. Of course, Val. Wyatt Russell is as John Walker. Let's see. Ghost is going to appear. Which, again, I didn't see Ant-Man 2, so I know nothing about this character. Let's see. Red Guardian is going to be there, so that's going to be an interesting dynamic between him and Yelena, because they're basically father and daughter, even though he's woefully clueless. Let's see. And Taskmaster, the female Taskmaster, Antonia, is going to be there. So, yeah. I wonder how messed up she's gonna be, because, well, her father trained her to be a weapon, so, yeah, that's not gonna mess a kid up at all. Let's see. Filming is expected to begin in early 2023. So they don't say when that's gonna start filming, but all I know is that, let's see, Harrison Ford will reprise his role. And so Thaddeus Ross is also in this movie. So we don't have a lot of information. Just that, from what I've heard, is that Bucky is going to be the most mentally stable of the Thunderbolts. Which, oh boy. Bucky has his own issues. Even though at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, he seemed to not necessarily put everything to rest, but he seemed to be in a better place. So, let's see here. Next up, the last movie of Phase 5 comes out September 6th, and that is Blade. So, yay, we're finally getting a Blade movie. I'm so excited about this. I never saw the Wesley Snipes version. I guess I wasn't into that sort of thing when those movies came out. But yeah, I'm excited to see what we have with Mahershala Ali. And let me see if there's anybody else from Phase 4 that's going to be in this movie. Let's see. Oh my god, my eyes. Alright, we know that Mahershala, why am I missing a syllable? Mahershala Ali is going to be in there. Let's see. Who else? And it says the Ebony Blade will be featured in the film after it appeared alongside Blade in Eternals. Well, I wouldn't say alongside Blade. I mean, it was in the same scene as a voiceover for Blade, but... So, I assume if the Ebony Blade is appearing, that Dane Whitman is going to appear as well, since, well, he's kind of attached to the Ebony Blade. So yeah, even though it doesn't give me a list of cast, I'm going to say that that Dane Whitman, that Kit Harington, is going to appear in the film because again, Ebony Blade, which he inherited. So that is the last of the movies for Phase 5. Now, like I said, none of the TV series actually gives a specific date. Everything is just early, middle, late, whatever year. So, we start off with What If. So, this is obviously season 2 of that series. Didn't watch the first season because, I don't know, I'm just not into animation right now. I mean, at some point I might watch it. I don't know. There have been also DC animated films that sounded interesting until I found out they were animation, and I just am not into animation right now. So, never watched the first season. Do not know what's going to happen in this season, but let's see if they have a cast for season 2. Let's see. No, the only episode title I see is What If Captain Carter Fought the Hydra Stomper? Okay. And it's Peggy Carter believes that the love of her life is long dead until he is discovered alive in the villainous Hydra Stomper. So, Hydra Cap, which went over like a lead balloon in the comics, I know that. Until they backtracked and made him to be a variant of Steve Rogers to make everyone happy, which is good, because why are you shitting on Captain America? I mean, come on. Alright, let's see. Jeffrey Wright is coming back as the Watcher. Let's see. I don't know if this is just specific to this season, yeah, it says Chadwick Boseman, so it's just in general. So I'm not going to go through the cast because I don't know how many people are coming back for the second season. So I'm not going to go there. All right, that's supposed to come out early 2023. Also early 2023 is supposed to be Secret Invasion, which is what I'm interested in. And let's see here. Cast. For those who've seen any trailers, know that Nick Fury is starring in this. Everett Ross is also in this series. I haven't watched Black Panther 2 yet, so I don't know. I know Everett Ross was in that movie. And since I love spoilers, I know what the backstory is before this show takes place. I'm not going to spoil it because I don't know how many people have seen Black Panther 2. I'm not going to spoil it just because I like spoilers. Doesn't mean other people do. But anyway, it stars Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Talos is back. So Ben Mendelsohn is back. For those who watched the trailer, know that Colby Smulders, is coming back as Maria Hill. Let's see. Kingsley Ben-Adir is starring as Gravik. So the leader of a group of rebel Skrulls. So they are adapting the Secret Invasion storyline from the comics. I thought that they might continue on with making the Kree being the bad guys, but no, they're doing the Skrulls, which is good. I don't want to make it that different because let's face it, they're good and bad in all races. So why should the Skrulls be any different? So, let's see. Emilia Clarke is starring as Abigail Brand. That doesn't say here who she's supposed to be. Initially, people were thinking that she would be the Skrull Empress, aka the mother of Teddy, Hulkling. So, but now it seems like she's playing a different character. Charlie Emergency Awesome thinks that she might be the daughter of Talos, which, okay, I can see that. That's fine. Olivia Colman is a special agent who is an old ally of Fury's. Okay, whatever. Like I said, Everett Ross is back. And Rhodey is going to be in this. So, and I think we saw him in the trailers as well, that Rhodey's going to be in it. We don't know if on what side. I mean, does Nick Fury confide in him as well? Because since we are talking Secret Invasion, he might not even trust Rhodey. Who knows? Not that he's much on trust to begin with, but anyway. Let's see. So, Dermot Mulroney is supposed to appear as the United States President. So, as of this TV show, Thaddeus Ross is not yet president. Let's see. Those are the only roles I'm aware of. So yeah, looking forward to that show. It's always fun to see Nick Fury, so he was one of those that when Samuel L. Jackson was cast as Nick Fury, I was like, yes, he's the perfect Nick Fury. So, yeah, looking forward to that show. Next is the second season of Loki, and that is supposed to come out mid 2023. Let's see. I'm not gonna go through cast because it's probably again like before that they're just doing all the characters from both seasons. So instead of trying to figure out who is who, obviously Loki, Mobius, Sylvie, we've already seen Hunter B23, I believe is her name, in the trailers, and let's face it, at the end of last season, he spoke with Mobius and Hunter B23, so we know they're going to be in it. I assume Renslayer's going to be in this as well because of her relationship to Kang. So I'm assuming that she's going to be in it as well. And obviously they're going to move the plot along to show what a bad dude Kang is, and they really need to stop him. Now, my big questions are, is this going to continue to season 3, that there's going to be another time loop, that Loki's going to go back and Mobius isn't going to know who he is? And B, does he finally get to go on a jet ski? Because they really need to pay off him being able to ride a jet ski. Then in late 2023, Ironheart will make its debut, and this is another character from Phase 4. We saw her, well, for those who've watched Black Panther 2, have seen Ironheart. And I don't consider that a spoiler because she's in the freaking trailers for the movie. So, yeah. Unless you're anti-trailers like my brother is, it's not a spoiler. Let's see. So let's go to cast and characters here. So Riri Williams, of course, is in it. They're going to have the Hood, but he's going to be an ally to Riri Williams, and I believe in the comics he was a bad guy. They'd like to do that, turn a lot of bad guys into good guys, which is fine. I mean, maybe he becomes a bad guy later on, because I mean, he's tapping into dark magic. We saw what it did to Wanda. It really messed her up, and so, and she's quite strong. So we'll see what will happen with him. Let's see. If there's anything else that's interesting. No, that's the only two that says anything big to me anyway. Okay. So after that, Echo is supposed to debut in late 2023. I wonder when we're gonna get dates for any of these shows. Of course, this is a continuation of the Hawkeye series where we first met Echo. Let's see who's all in this show. Let's see. So her father is going to continue making an appearance, so I'm assuming flashbacks again, like in Hawkeye. Of course, Kingpin is going to show up because, I mean, you have to have Kingpin. And Matt Murdock is going to appear, which makes sense because he and Echo have a contentious relationship in the comics. I mean, they become allies and I guess frenemies. I don't know. I really don't know how they're gonna do it in this world. Let's see. So, and I see more Native Americans are in the cast. So I wonder if we're going to delve deeper into Echo's backstory. You know, instead of just seeing her father, we're going to see other members of her family or other members of her tribe or so yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay. So next we have coming also in late 2023, Agatha Coven of Chaos. So obviously we know that Agatha is going to be in it because now it says that this is going to be a dark comedy spin-off. Well, not big fan of comedy, but my humor does tend to be a bit dark. So maybe I would like this. Let's see if who else is going to appear. It doesn't say who else is going to appear in this show. I would assume that we would see Wanda, depending on what the what the concept is. I'm seeing that Dottie Jones is going to be in the show as well. So I guess it's still going to take place in the same town that Wanda had briefly taken hostage. So I wonder if we're going to see Agatha managing to reverse the spell that Wanda put on her to make her the nosy neighbor character that she portrayed to Wanda to try to get close to her. So I wonder if that's what the series is going to be. Her discovering that, wait a minute, something's wrong, and releasing herself from the spell. Let's see. What else do we have? Then, in early 2024, Daredevil Born Again. Let's see if there's obviously Charlie Cox is in there. Of course, Daredevil's in there. I'd be surprised if Kingpin didn't show up because, I mean, that's an iconic rivalry. Let's see. Nope, this tells me absolutely nothing. So yeah, that will be the end of phase 5. So phase 5 ends with Blade because Daredevil comes out in early 2024 and Blade comes out in September. So yeah, once again, the movies are the last of the phase. So yeah, looking forward to this phase and seeing what they have in store. Hopefully the whiners who complain about wokeness will stop whining because there's very few characters that are from Phase 4 that are moving into Phase 5. There's Riri Williams and Kamala Khan, from what I can see. The later projects didn't have a full cast listing, like 2024 projects like Captain America, Thunderbolts, Blade. So maybe we'll see more of the characters from Phase 4. But hopefully, because most of this is new material, people will stop fucking whining about being too woke. Because, you know, it's not like comics are about diversity or anything. Anyway, that's it for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Probably my next video is going to be this same type of video, but for whatever James Gunn has in store for DC. And hopefully it's not going to cause too much of a stir. And by that I mean people bitching. Since people are already bitching about James Gunn from the very beginning. Anyway, so I will see you guys next time.